you could accept the fact that the city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportions. What do you mean, biblical? What he means is Old Testament. Yeah, Mayor. Real wrath of God type stuff. Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling. 40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes, the sea rising from the grave. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam NewsMan, and this is Saturday morning. Want to thank everyone, of course, for joining into the show. It's 9:23 here on the 15th day of July in the year 2023. And yes, of course, setting the standard, raising the bar, the only way that we know how to do. And if you're driving around listening to us on WDCE 90.1 FM, you might be thinking, well, hold on, wait a minute. My childhood just got a shot of nostalgia with the last two songs. And you say, well, how and why is that happening? And what is going on here? What is all of this on the radio? And I'm going to tell you, well, that is us here at this, of course, here on the University of Richmond, doing what we were born to do. We were born to reinvigorate and resuscitate and resurrect the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning. And you out there in Radio Land were born to listen. That's right, and born to listen. Well, listen, I'll tell you what. Saturday morning was a magical time years and years and years ago when you would wake up every single morning. And when you would wake up, you would sit there and think to yourself, hey, self, guess what? I don't have to go to school today. That's right. I don't have to go to school today. And of course, you waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you're like, all right, so what am I going to do? I'm going to run down the stairs, grab a sugary bowl of cereal, and then sit in front of the television for what? 5-6 hours? If you woke up at 6 o'clock and probably, all the way, maybe at least 4 or 5. At least 4 or 5 hours of cartoons as you're eating cereal, bowl after bowl, Lucky Charms after Fruit Loops, after Frosted Flakes, after Pops, after Sugar Smacks, Cookie Crisp, regular Cheerios. What was your favorite?
Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks. Okay, no, Apple Jacks are okay.
Yeah.
No, listen, Apple Jacks are okay. Okay, so hold on, wait a minute. I just got a message. We just got a message here a few moments ago, Germ, about something. Yeah, Citizen Germ's on the other side of the glass. Sir Philosopher is actually here in studio with us. Well, Germ's now on the other side of the glass. He had to push his butt back there. Listen, I was almost about to drop a donkey bomb. That's what we're going to call it, a donkey bomb. Anyway, so here we are broadcasting live on a Saturday morning because that's what you used to do. You used to get up, grab a bowl of cereal, run down the stairs, watch cartoons. But you know what happened? Do you know what happened? Your government took them away. Yes, they did. They passed legislation. I'm not kidding you. This is a real fact. The government passed legislation years ago, back in 1992. If I don't recall, I know that in 1996 is when they finally enacted it. They enacted that legislation, which took away the cartoons on Saturday morning. And you sit there and say, well, why would they do that, Sam? Well, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you right now. The reason why they took away your cartoons is because they said the 5 days a week that you were going to school, waking up early in the morning, getting on the bus, going to school, making sure you had 2 number 2 pencils that always seemed to break in the middle of a Scantron test. And then you would sit there and think, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Why? Why do I have to go to school? But then you had a nice piece of cake. Yes, a wonderful, nice piece of cake. And we call that cake Saturday morning. It's interesting to me the fact that you would be able to wake up on a Saturday morning at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can watch cartoons for 5 or 6 hours. But I tell you what, it just shows you that you're waking up in the middle of the week because you have to get on, the big, the yellow cheese wagon to go to school. Yeah. Listen, it was a grind. It was a grind. But you know what Saturday was about? Saturday was about you thinking about how hard you worked during the week. Hopefully, you got A's and B's. If you got D's and F's, well, your current profession probably accentuates that. But outside of that, if you got A's and B's, you were trying really hard. All you're doing every single day, math, science, arithmetic. That's what they used to say back in the 60s. So, yes, was it math, science, science, arithmetic, English, science, whatever. Anyways, you would try your best and you would slave over that number 2 pencils and over those Scantrons all week long. I mean, it is mentally taxing. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that by Tuesday or Wednesday, your mom and dad is having to throw water on your face just to get you out of bed to go. And that's okay. That's okay. And you went. But you know what you did? You celebrated. You celebrated on Saturday morning by doing what? Watching cartoons. Eating sugary cereal. And far be it from me to sit there and tell you that it all died, because a couple of years ago, I was pulled out of retirement. I was pulled out of retirement. And when I was pulled out of retirement, one of the things that happened, they said, Sam, we need you to take back over Saturday morning. And I said, are you sure you want me to do that? And they said, yes, we do. And so I said, well, all right, well, listen, okay, I guess I will. And so over the last 5 years, we have been here on Saturday morning. Well, almost 5 years. But, it'll be 5 years in September. We've been on the radio for over 5 years. Well, we used to do drive time radio in Thursday afternoons. Right. No, yes, absolutely. It makes total sense. Yeah, well, I started playing cartoon themes on a throwback Thursday, being all cliche. And the next thing you know, my phone lines are blowing up. So I moved everything to Saturday morning because I knew that you out there really wanted to think about, well, I wish Saturday mornings were like how they used to be when I was a kid. Whatever happened to the cartoons? The government took them away from you. Just remember that. The government took them away. Outside of that, it was bestowed upon me. Yes, I put the burden on my shoulders to come here and be here every single Saturday morning. Why? To resurrect the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning. That's really all it is. It was dead. It was dead. But here we are today, here on the 15th day of July in the year 2023, and we are setting the standard and raising the bar. How are we doing that? Being the only radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by, of course, me, a real media puppet. And in the process, we have been nominated for the second year in a row in the top 5 of the best local morning radio show nominees in Richmond, Virginia. Voted on by the Richmond Times-Dispatch, of course. Yes, the newspaper of record. The newspaper of record. Second year in a row. We've done this 2 times now. Last year we made the top 5, but this year something's a little bit more special because we feel the momentum. And the momentum is going. It is rocking. It is rolling. And we are doing everything that we need to do by, once again, setting the standard, and of course, raising the bar. You can go to go.richmond.com. That's go.richmond.com/thebest. That's the website. go.richmond.com/thebest. You're going to click on entertainment. When you click on entertainment, then you're going to scroll down and find the best local morning radio show, and you're going to see Sam Newsman, all in big letters, just to make it easy. Listen, I don't know about those other radio show hosts, but at least I type in all capital letters so you know what you're clicking on. Yes, I am trying. Listen, not everybody can pull up a website and see it, but I am doing it in all capital letters because I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for the folks. That's right. Hey, listen, that's exactly what I would do. Listen, I've been doing this a long time. All big letters, Sam Newsman, 90.1 WDCE. Sam Newsman, WDCE, 90.1 Richmond, all in big letters. It says even Richmond in big letters. Did you know that? Yeah. That's what you want to do. Go.richmond.com/thebest. Go.richmond.com/thebest. And like I said, you can go there to vote online. But there's a second way. There's a second way to vote. You ask, well, what is that, Sam? What you need to do is this very simple. Grab your cell phone right now. If you grab your cell phone right now, one of the things I want you to do, text 901 to 804-569-5678. That's text 901 to 804-569-5678. And when you do that, that will be a vote for me as well. But it's easy. And you know what? I'm telling you right now, the 901, the text 901 number, that is very, very simple. All you need to do is just type that out. So think about it for a moment. If you go to, you know how you text every single day. You text every day. All you need to do is just, type this out, text 901, and then type out the number. And then usually there's a little underline that happens when you send it to a friend, right? So you do that. You send it to a friend. You just copy and paste that. Send it to everyone on your phone list. Because all they need to do is just click the number and type in 901. And then what will you be doing? You'll be voting for me for the best local morning radio show. If we get into the top 3, we'll be able to go to a nice fancy dinner with a bunch of doctors, lawyers, and Indian chiefs. No, and that's really what's all important. Yeah, it's got to shake some hands and stuff. Yeah. I mean, far be it from me to sit there and let that opportunity go by. Listen, we didn't get it last year, and it was an honor to be in the top 5 last year. And then there was another competition after this one where I got second place, silver medal for best local DJ. So now what we need you to do, we need you to go and text 901 to 804-569-5678. Right. One of the things that we have coming up here in a few moments, hold on, let me just say that. The reason why you just need to do that is because we need to win. We need to win. Yes, we need to win. 901 to 804-569-5678. Okay. Listen, it is 9:36. I have to go take a break. Well, it's not a huge break, but it's a break because I have a couple of songs here that were given to me by my good buddy, the professor of Saturday morning. Listen, I may be the media puppet, but I have to make sure that I do have the professor. Yes, an actual professor taught at universities and colleges. Yes, the professor. Professor Deep Cut Dave coming in with some hot takes, which I'll be playing in a moment. No, I'm not going to tell you them now, but we're going to talk about them here in just a few moments. Let me see. We got 1, 2, 3, 3.5, about, let's say about 5.5 minutes or so. Anyways, Dave will be on the line here in just a few moments. Now, this is a radio-only segment, meaning that you need to download the Live 365 app, search WDCE, and you can listen to the show live. And you can hear the radio-only segments where we just have phone calls, which will be the next segment. So, without further ado, let's get to the cartoon themes. We've gone over a little bit longer than we wanted to. Here on WDCE 90.1 FM at Sam Newsman all over social media. Remember, 901-2804-569-5678. Hashtag Sam the Vote. That's the campaign. And of course, yes, I do have a Santa Claus hat because it is Christmas in July. And the great gift that you can give is voting for me for the best local morning radio show in Richmond, Virginia. Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM here on the only radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet. Download the Live 365 app. Search WDCE. The next segment, radio only, but of course, the only way you can hear the cartoon themes is by listening on the app as well. Download Live 365. Search WDCE here so you can listen to the cartoon themes that we're about to play on the, like I said, the only radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday morning.
Friends are there
to help you get started, to give you a push on your way.
Friends are there
To turn you around, get your feet on the ground for a brand new day.
to pick you up when you're down.